We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go here at Arrowhead. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. 2 nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. They'll run it on first down with Henry. He'll push forward here down to about the 27. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second down, Jackson. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
That is caught by the tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one is no good. He missed the extra point. So much for 7 to start. It is a 6-0 game. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And this will be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Here's Jake Bates to get us started, and off we go from Detroit. Craig Reynolds to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. On the move, headed right. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go play action with Goff. And a man is there to knock that away. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Goff on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Try and get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
That's caught for the first. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Gibbs. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Offense up to the line fast. Now try Gibbs again. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
And the pass is the right call on the 2-point try, but we've got laundry on the field, so let's listen. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running it with David Montgomery. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
And he's not going to get much, a modest gain at best to the 41. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that gives the Lions the first. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
This is complete to Patrick. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A toss play, Montgomery. Space to the left. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions working here. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's Montgomery. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. A give up the gut to Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They managed 3 yards on the carry, which sets them up with 3rd and goal at the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets 4, but not there yet. That brings up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Motioning the tight end now. 4th down, Goff throwing. And it falls incomplete. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. It gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Greg Reynolds to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this 3rd phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
On 1st down, it's Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They send the tight end in motion. From the 41. Laporta with the grab. And he crosses midfield before going out. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. One of the tight ends motioning left. 1st down throw from Goff. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the sauce.
Next time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Now Goff. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Escapes the pocket. Looking slant route complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 1st down from the 31. From the gun, Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Working quickly here. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Pick up a 2.
Bro, how to give me a little game here.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10.
I'm finna stay lay down after this.
Working inside the red zone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Handoff to Gibbs from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Lions ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Gotta figure out this third down here. He's back to throw. They did it! He made the interception! Brian Branch has it! There he goes, right sideline! And he takes this one back for the pick 6! That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane.
And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the fourth quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there.
Hey, bro, you getting banned, bro. Whoever you is in chat.
All squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Reynolds with a return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Goff trying again here after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Finds Laporta. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Out of the shotgun. Goff. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for the back that time. And now they face 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell at the INT. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Lions break that tie and now lead by 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Reynolds with a return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So it'll be 2nd down. Goff setting to throw. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. He's on the move. Try and push it deep downfield. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are inbounds. Oh, what a play! They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Gibbs. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Lions cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this?
Wow, a stunning call to go for it, and the guts pay off. He's in, and they've got the lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Cade. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, Cade, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Setting up to pass. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
To throw. Brought in along the sideline. Just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's able to get this down to the 13. They get 28 out of that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. Montgomery now up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He'll look to throw it. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And he's in. And that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And now the Lions lining up for a very important 2-point try. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4th. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. Returns looking good so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
One final shot here. And he comes up with it. He went and got it. Touchdown. And now they can tie this or go for the win. I still don't think everyone has quite processed that touchdown as time expired, Brock. But they don't have time. They've got to make the biggest decision of the game right now. Do you force overtime or do you go for this win?
Well, you said a key word right there, processed. And this is a process. You spend the week planning it. You got the numbers behind it. But ultimately, Kate, this comes down to gut and feel. I say it every time in these moments. You've had to use the last 4 quarters to make this decision. And it better not have been right in the moment. You better have made it before this drive began.
And he has it in the end zone. Oh, what a perfect call. That just won them this game. So it's 1 for the win column for the Lions. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, Every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.